Donald Trump was caught in an outright lie about fundraising for veterans. Man, that is low when you lie about fundraising for vets. The details here are absolutely cringeworthy. So back in January, he held an event to raise money for veterans, and he repeatedly bragged that he raised $6 million for them. It's a number he said over and over and over. Now, that's a little weird because at the time there was a discrepancy because his campaign manager came out and said that the number was about $4.5 million. So that's weird. The same event, at the same time, the campaign manager says $4.5 million. Trump's out there going $6 million. Now, to the credit of the media here, they didn't let this go. So they asked Trump to provide the names of the groups he donated to, and for the longest time, he didn't. So he'd be like, okay, so you donated $6 million, and where specifically did it go? Because we aren't accounting for that here at this event. So what do you mean $6 million? Give us evidence that you gave $6 million. Give us the names of the groups. And he would say, no, I'm not going to give you the names of the groups. Get this, because I want to keep it private. You want to keep it private? Dude, you set up an event to do fundraising for veterans, and at the event, some of the checks they handed out were literally those big-ass checks that you get, like, you know, if you win a golf tournament or something, like, oh, here's a gigantic check. That's some way of keeping it secret. I want to keep it private, so I'm going to do a public event for it. Okay, so again, this is beyond fishy. It's just obvious that he's lying. So at a news conference on Tuesday, Trump released a list, finally, way after the fact here, of 41 groups that he said received $5.6 million. Now, again, what's hilarious is there's still a discrepancy. 5.6 million. He originally said 6 million. Now he's released a list. See, 5.6 million I gave out. Okay, but you said 6 million. And for those of you who say, you're nitpicking here, Kyle, make out a check for the difference to me. 5.6 million to 6 million. Is that a little thing? Like, is that, just $400,000. No big deal. Who's counting? Well, you said 6 million. Now it's 5.6 million. But okay, so he released the list. Here are the 41 groups that received $5.6 million. And, oh my God, he berated the press at this event. He called sleazy, this, that. He lashed out at them. He went in, okay? Liars, dishonest. The media is treating me so badly. Ready for this? Quote, the Associated Press spoke or left messages with each of the organizations Trump named. Of the 30 groups that responded by Tuesday, about half said they had received checks from Trump just last week. Several said the checks were dated May 24th, the same date as Trump's interview with the Post, and shipped out overnight express. Oh, Jesus. So do you understand that? He bragged that he donated $6 million to vets. He didn't do that. And then when the media caught him in his lie, and they did this big expose, and they started hammering him on it, only after they exposed him, he signed the checks that day and overnighted them that day. And then after that, he did a press conference berating the press. Wait. You don't get to berate them. They were right all along. What an unbelievable liar he is. He can't help himself but lie. I mean, think about what he did here, man. We're talking about the fucking vets. We're talking about vets. Oh, support the troops. I gave him $6 million. Actually, we did some research. No, you didn't. How dare you? You're so sleazy. You're so terrible. You're so wrong. So, write the checks now and send them out now. The guy's a maniac, man. The guy's a maniac. He's a pathological liar. We just did the story about he's been claiming he's worth $10 billion. The best estimates were that he's worth between $150 million and $250 million. I get it. He's still rich. The point is he's a fucking liar. He can't help himself. He can't help himself! Same thing. I raised $6 million. Really? Your campaign manager said $4.5 million. I say $6 million. Okay, but then there's no evidence of that. Give us the groups. Well, I'm not going to tell you them. I got to keep it private. You're doing an event where it's public. What are you talking about? I raised $6 million. And then much later on, when they go, you didn't raise the money, he goes, sign the checks now. Send them out. Oh, no, I raised the money. You guys are all so sleazy. You're such liars. You're so dishonest. No, you were dishonest, and you only contributed after they made a big fucking deal over it. After the media said, hey, you're wrong, you're a liar, there's no evidence you gave this money, then you said, oh, finally, here, take it. Why are you guys such liars? Notice something about Donald Trump, and you're going to see this a lot more moving forward. The more aggressive he gets, the louder he gets, the more obnoxious he gets, the more likely he is to be wrong. Because he did a press conference berating people in the press, calling them dishonest, calling them sleazy, calling them every name in the book, just lashing out against them, acting like he's a truth teller. Why was he doing that? Thou doth protest too much. Dude, if you really donated $6 million, it's over like that. Here's the evidence. Here's the list of groups. Here's the checks. Okay, it's documented. Everything's right here. What do you mean I didn't donate $6 million? I did donate $6 million. Instead, you do a fucking press conference and you berate them. Why? Because you didn't. You only started to do it after they exposed your ass and realized that you lied. The event was in January. You just did it now because they caught your ass. You're just a liar, and this time, you're doing it at the expense of our vets.